Never had the empathy for people who lacked confidence.
Over the years, we've watched Kanye West rise to success. At first, he was known for his music, both rapping and producing. Now he's also known for his clothing design and an advocate for mental health.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves.
He speaks about two motivating forces in his life, love and fear. He combats fear often of not being accepted, which is why he's so independent and such an individual. He's proud of his popular music on the radio, but is excited about new and different creative journeys.
It's crazy that we live in a world that if you're super positive and super creative, that it's scary.
Kanye also talks about finding faith after his recent public mental health issues. He's also very open about his political views and says that he wants the right to have a different opinion. Kanye West's career is always evolving, and I'm sure it's safe to say we'll be seeing a lot of him in the future.
If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. I got lost. I got caught up in my own ego, my own strategy, my own ideas. I tried to hold everything in my own brain, and then I had to let go and just let God and put it back in His hands. I think He had to send me through some more experiences to be able to cast a wider net when He was ready to use me. Like mental health, having a nervous breakdown, going to the hospital and having the stigma of being called crazy, actually, it made me more relatable. It made it a wider idea. Everyone is dealing with health in some way. Like me being taken to my lowest, you know what I'm saying? Being called a coon by my own people. The guy that said George Bush don't care about black people is a coon because I didn't say I'm gonna vote on Hillary Clinton. My father's a Black Panther. My mother got arrested for the sit-ins at age 6. They were fighting for us to have the right to our opinion, not the right to vote for whoever the white liberals said black people are supposed to vote for.
When you go on new creative journeys, it is exciting for people to appreciate that. If people, didn't think that it was possible. Like when I started off in Chicago as an artist, I'm a visual artist, like I went to art school.
Right.
And I decided to start doing music, and people said it wouldn't work out. And then I started producing and selling beats, and I started selling beats to Jay-Z, Rockefeller, and that started going well. And I said I wanted to rap, and people said that wasn't gonna work. They had this term, producer rapper. It basically meant you wouldn't rap as good as the real rappers. That started working out. Then I said I wanted to design clothes, and then that started working out, and it was amazing for her to see that dream come true. It's funny, in this world that we live in, there's two main motivating forces, and I tweet about it all the time. It's love or fear. And just as a musician, African American, guy out in Hollywood, all these different things, everyone around me tried to pick my candidate for me. It was weird. I was looking at, we're doing St. Pablo, and the cultural impact is incredible, but I'm looking for other forms of validation when there's other frequencies and other currencies. So just because it's not playing on the radio, of course we had, Father Stretches in the club and on the radio a bit, like it went to #1. But, to put that same amount, if not more work into a piece of work, and then you're used to it coming out like Graduation, where everything is everywhere, it's frustrating. And really, ever since the Taylor Swift moment, it had never been the same, the connection with radio. It's like, whatever powers that be, it was much harder after that. And then also, LA, leaving Universal, he had that radio locked. So if you're an artist and you sign to a major label, you want to be on the radio, especially if you popular, if you popping, if you're one of the most famous people on the planet and people love your music and all the best artists in the world are coming to your concert and all friends is like. A few days before the MTV Awards, it hit me in the shower. And when I first thought of it, I just started laughing to myself. And it like all this joy came over my body, just through my soul. And I just felt that energy, I felt that spirit. So then 2 days later, I accepted the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Awards at the MTV Awards. And instead of performing, my array of hit songs, I gave just my perspective on award shows, but always I knew at the end I was going to tell people I'm running for office. I'm running for president in 2020. And, just to have it even took heart to say it in that context. And people were just like, oh, like their minds were blown. And then I was hanging out with I had different friends that were, some people in the music industry, some people tech elites, different things like that. And they just really took it as a joke.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.